Yes. Xịn thế nhỉ?
Hello, I'm Sing. Welcome back to my corner of the internet. If you are new here, I am your professional yapper bestie who will tell you my opinion on everything. And today I would love to tell you all about my experience of getting custom tailored clothing made in Hoi An, Vietnam. If you did not know or did not watch my last video, I was born in Vietnam and I grew up there for 17 years. So Vietnam will always be first and foremost my home country. Recently I went back to Vietnam to visit and got so many custom clothes made in Hoi An. Growing up in Vietnam, I got my clothes custom made so many times. It's kind of like a very normal thing, like tailor shops that's everywhere. And a lot of people get their like custom áo dài, which is the traditional Vietnamese clothing made, but also other people like myself growing up, because my mom was also have tailor background as my grandpa did. We just very used to like go and buy fabric and then get like custom design clothing made. My sister and I share this love of fashion design, just like growing up, and we love to like sketch this design and then go and just like buy a piece of fabric that we find like fitting for the design, and then just go to a tailor and get that whole thing made. And I love that experience so much, and it's been a very long time since I've gotten that done here. This is definitely not a common thing to do in the United States. Obviously it still exists, but it's usually more like a bespoke experience. It's not so much casual, and you go to like a designer, like, you know, get a thing that's specially made for yourself for like, I don't know, prom, wedding, whatever else. You're probably already aware if you click into this video, but Hoi An in Vietnam is famous for its tailoring. There are so many talented people there. So much so that it is pretty much the primary business in Hoi An. There's so many different tailor shops there, especially in the ancient town of Hoi An. I think we walked by for at least like 50, if not like up to 100. Getting clothes custom made there has been a pretty much a known thing in Vietnam. If you like visit Vietnam, especially if you visit Hoi An, it's like a known thing if you do and visit Hoi An. I feel like though the last couple of years it's become a lot more common knowledge and become kind of like a viral thing on TikTok and Instagram that, you know, just really flourished this industry. Back in 2015, when I visited Hoi An for the very first time, my husband, then boyfriend, did get 2 custom suits made, but I personally did not get any made. I don't know why I didn't. I think I was just feeling like that was such like a touristy experience, and I didn't feel like I was like, oh, really like a tourist at the time. But you know what? I can say that now, after not living in Vietnam for pretty much over 10 years. I can say that when I'm in Hoi An, I am a tourist. I definitely have some regret not having that done at the time. So this time around, I got 11 pieces made, and then 15 pieces if you count all the leather pieces made as well. And they got that made in less than 48 hours. Insane. So let's just dive into it. So prior to my trip, I did a lot of researching to find out tailor-wise what would be like the best options, because obviously I haven't come back since 2015 and things have changed. Last time my husband and I went to Adong Silk because that was like the most bespoke name, and we had a pretty good experience, I would say. But I do say even at the time the pricing was a little bit higher than I kind of want to pay. This time around, I reached out to all the tailors that I kind of narrowed down like the short list of where I possibly want to go, and kind of just ask some estimated pricing, just get a vibe, you know. And it was pretty telling, because some places they read my messages on multiple channels and didn't even get back to me, and then some other places have like similar pricing but due to different reason, different reviews, at the end of the day we decided to go with Bean Tailor, and I can very pleasantly say that we made a great decision. It's tailoring day. I am at Bean Tailor in Hoi An. Get all of our clothes made today, include all of these guys in the back. Bean is like this mom and pop shop that is right next to the Hoi An fabric market, but it's not like one of the stall in the market, which I feel just a little bit too chaotic for my personal experience. Like I want a little bit more space and a little bit more care in the treatment, and we definitely got that. It is much like smaller than Adong Silk, but also I felt like it wasn't as, in Vietnamese we say công nghiệp, but it's kind of like the experience is just a lot more like organic. Before our trip, I spent at least a month or two to figure out, like on my Pinterest board, what do I want to get made, narrow down the selections. I knew there were limitations going in from the last time, and also just from my personal experience growing up getting clothes made. I knew no elaborate gown because we were only there for 2 days, so something that would be more simple, a little bit more standard, if you will. Vanessa trying to choose her option. She said she'll narrow down to 10, just like me. Oh, literally a whole
Look,
book.
I printed.
She's ready.
Ready. Wait, my children.
I'm so mad. My printed, I left it in a different luggage and now I'm not having it, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll make it work. This is what I want to show. I have all the photos on here. Wes is flipping through his catalog. There's so many options to choose from. We were working really closely with Hank, which is one of the worker there. I love her. And chatting with her really helped like narrowing down my selections, because we kind of just chatting through like what would be possible, what would not be, what fabric would they have and what fabric would they not have. Because obviously we only have 2 days there, so we have to like maximize our productivity. At first I was a little bit nervous about the fabric choices because there weren't as many of the options as I thought they would be. At last, Hank works really hard to find out all the fabric option that is suitable for the designs, and I am just like so grateful for that. After the first day, I decided to go forward with 8 pieces for myself. Remember that because I did say 11 pieces. Things were added in later. My husband also got 2 suits done, 2 dress shirts, and a blazer. So we are all very outfitted. Our friends Vanessa and Nick that travel with us got even more pieces order, which I don't know how they got all that done, but they did. Once we finalized the designs and the fabric, we're moving on to measuring. They literally, oh my God, what happened? My earring just fell off, y'all. What the hell? Every single measurements were done, and I mean like everything. Also, pro tip, I didn't think about this before, but don't wear a maxi dress to get measurement because the inseam portion was very interesting. You could wear the clothes that you would go to like thrifting, so like a tank top, sport bra, or like shorts and leggings. Because there were a few measurements that I think that wasn't like super accurate because of what I was wearing. And then lastly, it was time to discuss pricing. I will tell you the individual prices at the end because it kind of varies per item. You guys just keep in mind that the pricing is also very customized because it depends on the design, the fabric, the measurements, all of that takes into account, and also of course like market pricing of the fabric, etc. So even if you go get the same exact design made, you probably get a different quote. But the total of 18 pieces that my husband and I got made was under $1,500. Honestly, with something that like fits your body well, the exact color and fabric that you want, that's under $100 per item. I think it is really reasonable. When they do take card payment, all the tailors do, there's just a 3% processing fee if you pay with card. We got done all of that after about 2 hours at Bean Tailor, and then we were asking him a recommendation for a leather shop, and they pointed to their shop a few shops over, so we went directly there. We are getting some leather goods made. The gals at Bean Tailor recommend us this place that's like right nearby. This is called Huy Bao. It's shoes, leather bag, all the things. They have so many different options here. It's really nice to be able to see all the fabric and colors to choose from. This is choosing a passport covers possibly. We're looking at some option. He really liked this envelope right here, so we might get this made in possibly a different color. My friend Vanessa and I both want some boots made for our wide calves. If you have white calves, you know. There's even something called the Asian white calves, which is so wild. There's like leggings that made specifically for our calves. So it's not just me. Vanessa's getting her foot measure. This will be me in a few minutes. What are you getting? You're getting like boots?
I'm getting boots. I'm getting some tabbies. I got also the Margot Rowe bag, you know.
Boots aside, I also really want this statement Loewe leather belt that I saw in It's Okay Not to Be Okay. Like honestly, the whole fit really ingrained in my brain. It lives rent-free in my brain. I really want the whole outfit made. The belt alone is like $1,500 and I am just not that rich. I did not have any footage of this, but I did get the dress made at Bean Tailor and you'll see it very shortly. I'm so excited about it. I think it might be like my favorite outfit of the whole thing. Honestly, at this point, we were like really tired. We're just gonna get this done. And I didn't expect the process to be taking as long as it would because we spent another like hour, probably an hour plus there because we got to get all of our legs measurement, legs, feet, all of that. And we also have to choose the appropriate leather that we want depending on the type of item, and that changes. Like I learned so much. There's certain leather that is just like gonna be good for bags, and there's some leather that be better for shoes, some leather be better for belts, etc. It was a pretty extensive experience. The shop owner was a little nervous about the belt because she has never made anything like it, but she said let's just try it. So we got one belt order, and then we're gonna like test it out. If I like it, I'll get it in a different color. And then I also ordered 2 pair of boots, look exactly the same, just different color, a black and a brown, and the belt is of course the brown. So the second day around noon, we went into town for the first fitting, basically after about 24 hours after the first meeting. And the second day, we're back at Bean Tailor's to get all the alterations done. Are you excited? Woo! I think he is. I think he is. And they already have everything pretty much like 80% done. Just waiting for us to be fitted in so any adjustment could be made. Some pieces I was already like, oh, this absolutely need nothing. It was great. This pink 2-piece set, I wasn't sure at first because I didn't know how I feel about the pink color. But I like it so much, I actually added a vest underneath so that I can wear it in 2 different ways. And then the opposite of that spectrum, just like this blue dress, I try it on and my first reaction was, oh my God, what have I done? I hate this so much. Like no joke, I was like, what is this? You just really need to like communicate back and forth, and they did listen to all of my concerns and really like help me and consult me from their expertise what would be the best decisions to make. We have some compromises, of course, because you know, something in my mind would be very different than something that could be accomplished sometimes. Because it's specifically made for you, if you don't like anything and you know you're not gonna like it, you're not gonna like it later. You know what I mean? Like, it's already made for you. It's non-refundable. It's not something that you can just be like, I can just return this. Like if you bought something at the store. At the first fitting, I was also letting them know that I will be using this dress and this bolero that I'm wearing and my husband's black suit to use for the photo shoot the next day. So we have to get it done the second day, which was, you know, just right after the second fitting. And I was so nervous because the dress at first, it did not look very good. The fit was wrong in the hip and the waist area. So we had to make some adjustment. And then the bolero, I really thought that was like the simplest thing out of everything. And then that ended up needing the most adjustments. That rushing timeline really put a lot of stress on us. And I really wish I didn't do that. We literally had to come back for the third fitting, 9 of. So we were staying there until 11 p.m. just to make sure that the dress and the bolero and the suit is done and good for the next morning photo shoot. It might have been a little bit of tension, but our photos look amazing. After that second fitting at Bean Tailor, we also went directly to the Huy Bao Leather to check on the boots and the belt. You guys, I was so scared because the boots did not look good. The boots was so big. I was like, whose measurements were this? Because my shoe size was like an 8 in boots and those were like a 10. So we definitely needed to make adjustment. She wasn't worried about it. So I was like, okay, maybe it's not as much of a big deal as I thought it'd be. And then the belt turned out there was maybe some miscommunication and I should have done a better job giving her exactly what I want, like the item and specification. So she made a mock-up and I put it on and I was like, this is not the vibe at all. I didn't even film it because I was like, I don't know about this. Maybe we don't do the belt. But I'm so glad that she persisted and we worked that out. I gave her the exact belt and all the measurements of it. So she said, come back the next morning. We'll get our best people on it. We'll get it done. We'll get it done. And I was like, okay, well, we'll get it done. Not gonna lie, I went back to the hotel and I was like, we're probably not gonna have the belt. And then third and final day, this is our final day in Hoi An. We need to have everything done the day of. I was nervous, not gonna lie. I was like, is everything gonna look good? I know it will be done, but I'm like, is everything gonna be the way that I want it to be? I am very particular and I have high standards when it comes to my clothes. So I want everything to be exactly the way that I imagine. And also we spent a lot of money on this, you know, I want it to be worth it. So we got a photo shoot done early in the morning. It was a great experience, by the way. If you're curious about getting a photo shoot done in Hoi An, you can check out my short. I posted that already. It was less than $100 for a couple photo shoot, including hair and makeup. It was wild. Okay, around 10 a.m. we went to Bean for the final fitting, and everything looked so good. At the second fitting, we also liked a few things so much that we added in more stuff to get made to be done the day after, literally less than 24 hours after. I kept asking if they are going to get them done and they're like, yes, of course. And I was like, Okay then. So on top of the vest that I got added, I also added a matching set, a linen matching set, because I love this fabric that my husband got a dress shirt made in. This blue is just like speaking to me. So in my head, I was like, what can I make in this fabric that would make the most sense? A linen set, of course, for the summer. And even though I know that linen wrinkles so easily, I still got it done. And I will have to live with that. But the set looks great. You'll see that in a bit. My husband also added 3 dress shirts because it was like $45 each, which would be so much cheaper than even like buying here. And he really likes the linen fabrics as well. So he was very happy with that. And then wetsuit just have a few things that weren't like 100% fitting right. So he just wanted that to get always like square out before we leave. So we left being Tailor knowing that they would actually ship the clothing to our hotel, which is about 20-minute drive away, just to get them some more time to work on those adjustments before we have to leave for the airport. I am so grateful that they are just so accommodating and just like trying their best to make sure that everything is up to our standards, and I just cannot recommend them enough. And then it was time for me to try on the belt for the very first time. This was the first time that I see it. And oh my God, it was everything that I want. I was wearing it and I was like, I don't want to take this off. It looks great. The shop owner was telling me that she has been up since 4 a.m. to make sure that everything is going according to plan. She got her best people on it. Someone have to like make a mold out of like wire, I think, and like put the leather on it to like mold the leather to that. And I was like, wow, I did not realize that cost so much trouble. For literally an $85 belt. It looks so good for $85 because it looks so good. I got another color made. You might ask, why would I do that when I have to leave for the airport literally like 4 hours after? Good thing I have another friend staying in Vietnam and she's going to leave a few days after I was leaving. So the shop owner was just going to ship that from Hoi An to Ho Chi Minh City where she lives free of charge. I couldn't be happier. Thank you so much for trying so hard to make my vision come true. Again, if you want an amazing Loewe belt made, maybe come to her. Although she did say that she probably would never make that again because that was a lot. Okay, let me show you the outfits individually and how much they cost. First up is this beautiful black and white dress and bolero set that I got done for the photo shoot. You have probably seen this black and white dress everywhere. The original dress is from Arsina Ori. Unfortunately, I just don't have the money to buy the original design, but actually I really love this version. The original dress, you could tell from all the videos and photos that it's a little bit more like a jersey blend and it's hugged the body and molded it in, and the cups is a little bit more padded and has this like beautiful curves. So this is a little bit more simplified version, obviously because we have to get it done in 48 hours, but I love this. It's like a silk blend. It falls beautifully. It flows gorgeous. I'm obsessed. I also did not ask them to do this, but they did make the straps adjustable, which I am so grateful for. And then the bolero is made with the same fabric used for the white part of the dress, so it's look like a complete set. The shrug is obviously a little bit of a Chinese inspired. It has this frocking details right here and then per button closure. I just feel so elegant in this set. The dress itself is $110, which is more than fair for the quality of the fabric and the quality of the tailoring. There's so much fabric, you cannot get the same quality from a fast fashion dupe. And the bolero is $45. I kind of wish I had gotten more colors made in this because this is just such a great layering piece. The second set, this pink blazer skirt set is about $150. I said that right. It's a skirt because it has a short bottom. I made sure of that because I was like, I would not wear another short skirt without a short underneath. It definitely is a little bit higher price than maybe if you find this in like H&M, Zara, but the quality is so much better. We traveled to Japan immediately after Vietnam and I stayed wearing this set. It's so cute, so comfy. I wear sneakers with it. It really fits the aesthetic of Japan as well. Really already got my cost per wear out of this set. And this is the vest that I added on the second fitting day that they got made in less than 24 hours. This was $45. This whole suit was also $155, which is insane pricing. It's so well made, it's crazy. This is probably the best suit in my whole closet. Actually, I know it is the best suit in my whole closet. Vanessa and I got the same suit made, of course, to our own measurements and a little bit different in style because we were so inspired by the Jenny and Doechii Extra L music video. I'm obsessed. Obviously, this is no Scrapparelli, so I got these buttons ordered. Look how freaking cool. I'm probably gonna change this button to the eye right here and then the rest along the sleeve to look like Jenny's suit. Okay, this blue mini dress was $85. The original design was also by a Vietnamese fashion brand that you should check out. It's called Le Sol. The only reason why I'm not buying the original dress because they are not made in anything larger than a Vietnamese size large, which is basically a US size small. The original dress material is also a denim, which I didn't really like any of the denim option that they have at the Tailor, so we went with this blue instead, which I love, but it unintentionally make it a little bit more nautical. This bow tie is also removable, so I can take it out if I want to just wear it with the little bow up top. This was originally pretty long, but I want it to be like shorter and shorter after each fitting. And Hank did warn me that maybe it was a little too short at the end. I didn't listen, and it is definitely a little too short. So maybe sometime listen to the people that know what they do best. Anyhow, I love it. I'm gonna just wear shorts underneath this. This blue linen set was $110. The top is definitely very Ghani top inspired with the self tie, and then I love this billowy sleeve. The top, 10 out of 10. The pants, it is really well made. It is fully lined. I love the pockets. It is just deep enough. However, I really do still wish that it was bigger and more flowy. All right, drum rolls please. My last and best outfit. I am so obsessed with this. This collaboration effort. I feel like this looks super close to the original inspiration, which is insane. The shirt dress was $85, which I think when they quote me, they didn't anticipate how complicated it would be because there's so many ruffles going on, there's so much fabric, and the sleeve is literally 2 sleeves. It's double sleeve, actually triple if you count this thing right here. And it is beautiful. I can wear this separate, I can wear it as a dress or as a jacket. The original item is actually a jacket that they made it into a dress in the show, and I'm so glad they did. The belt, as I said, was $85. Real leather, you guys. It looks so good. It looks so good. And the pair of boots that you see me wearing here, which 100% fit my calves, is $160. If I had to do it again, I would make the boot slightly different, a little bit taller and with zipper, but I do like it. All right, I'm saying thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. I love you. Tell me if you have ever get your clothes done in Vietnam, or after this video, if you really want to go get that done, tell me in the comment. I would love to know that. Again, I cannot recommend the shops that I went to enough. I had such a great experience. I love Hoi An. What a beautiful city. It has such a special place in my heart, and I cannot wait for the next time I come back. If you love this video, like, subscribe, follow, all the things. I am also very active on Instagram and TikTok under the same account, bringing Lexi back. Find me there. Let's be friends. I love you guys. Okay, bye.